Greetings, everyone. In this video, I want to talk to you about an interesting experience I had about a month ago when I had taken some mushrooms. Now, I've been eating mushrooms since I was in college, so about like 18. I'm 28 now. And when I first used to eat mushrooms, I'd get a lot of visuals and things because I think there were a lot of cognitive things that needed to be rewired. But these days, I don't get that visual experience on mushrooms. I get more of a body experience. But about a month ago, I took a lot. I took a very strong dose. And I not only did I take a strong dose, I had three different types of mushrooms. I had some kind of Amazonian mushroom, then I had penis envy and golden teachers, all mixed in a tea. And it was a very large dose. So I figured if I take this dose, I'm gonna have some visuals and I might have some experiences in that realm. But to my surprise, something else kind of happened where I was able to step into a different level, a different layer of my consciousness. Let me elaborate. I was able to see life itself. Okay. I was able to see that who I am or who I think I am, this name that I have, this persona that I play, the desires and ambitions that I have, all these things are so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. I mean, we're only here, what we think we are is only here for a blink of an eye in the grand scheme of life, right? And therefore you could say it's insignificant. But this is the cool part. We are participants in something incredible, which is life itself. Life itself is infinite. It's expansive. It is nothing short of profound. And we are participants. And not only are we participants, we are torchbearers of life. Life itself has brought us into existence, has cultivated us into this space, into this time. And now we have the accessibility, the possibility of passing down this energy to the next generation however we want. And when I saw life itself, when I stepped out of this layer of my consciousness, which is just my ego, just my persona, and I saw life itself, I started to reevaluate my priorities. Like, how important really is it that I'm famous or popular or make a lot of money or meet all my carnal desires? Are those things really important in the grand scheme of things? No, because I'm only here for a blink of an eye. But the legacy, what I pass down to the next generation, that is incredibly important because that changes the direction, the momentum of life itself. And that got me really excited. It got me thinking about, what I want to build and what I want to create in the world. And I stopped thinking I stopped thinking so much about, what I want to do for myself, which I think is what a lot of us do. We try to think like, how can I make it and I can do these things? How can I leave a legacy and have fame, have money and notoriety, all these things. I kind of left all that stuff behind and I thought, well, that's all insignificant. In this new scope that I'm seeing things, it's kind of insignificant. What is important is the type of knowledge, culture, and infrastructure for cultivating and supporting the next generation that I leave behind. That is very important. And it got me thinking of ways that I can do that. And it took my focus away from being so fixated on my personal needs, which of course are important. We have to be able to sustain ourselves and have a certain standard of life so that we can be productive. But outside of that, excess, greed, lust, these kinds of things, gluttony, they don't really serve us. They may satisfy us for the moment, but what are they satisfying? They're satisfying this temporary state, you know, and the satisfaction received in this temporary state, which is here and gone. it didn't seem like now it doesn't seem so important to me. Like I still want to be happy, of course, but my happiness isn't dependent on these things. For me now, I feel that my happiness and really, if I dig deeper, my peace is dependent on the legacy I leave behind, the way I help nurture and support the next generation. That's really important to me now because that allows me to become a participant in life instead of a person trying to satisfy his own needs. When I step out of my ego, I become a participant in life. And it got me thinking, what kind of infrastructure do I want to leave? What kind of educational systems and financial systems and social systems do I want future generations to have so that they can cultivate a better life, a better life than I've had? When I stepped into that state of being, it felt very fulfilling. It gives me so much purpose and direction, and it gets me excited. And I don't want to say it's selfless because I'm included in it. We're all included in it. That's what's exciting about it. It's not selfish, it's not selfless. It's an integrative way of thinking that, we are all part of life. And in this moment, it's very exciting because we get to cultivate the direction of life forever. If I satisfy my needs, my carnal needs in this life, sure. I can't say I wouldn't be happy with that. Maybe not uh, completely satisfied, but I wouldn't feel like I did something fulfilling. And if you look at history, how many people really left an impact? Most people's lives kind of seemed insignificant. Uh, and this might be harsh to say, but I think it's because most people just chase their carnal desires. And I think for a long time I did too. It's just human, it's human nature. We have to transcend that, right? Not have to, but we can. And those who do, those who are the Nikola Teslas or the Gandhis or the MLKs or the Steve Jobs of this world, they were able to leave something behind because they were participating in life itself. They saw a grander vision. They made sacrifices. And that's kind of the state of consciousness and the state of awareness that I want to live in. I'm not trying to preach anything to you guys. Uh, I'm just sharing where my perspective is, and I'd love to hear your comments and your opinions as well. But this is what I'm finding that it's really not important for me to have all these fancy things, luxury goods, and comforts to just keep myself what's the word I'm looking for, pacified. You know, I don't want to live a life like that, and I don't find any true satisfaction in fulfilling those carnal desires because they come and they go. But when I acknowledge and I accept that this persona is going to come and go, but I'm also part of life itself, then I can choose to say, you know what, I'm going to operate from that higher capacity, from that higher perception of consciousness, because it allows me to participate in the infinite currents of life instead of these momentary spurts of pleasure, satisfaction from carnal desire, from fulfilling a carnal desire. That's pretty much all I have to share. Just some food for thought for you guys. Um, kind of check in to see where are your priorities. You know, I will add one more thing before I close off this video, and that is to say that a lot of the suffering, and I'll speak for myself here, okay? A lot of the suffering that I've had in life has come from expectations of meeting my carnal or egoic desires and not being able to achieve them, not being able to accomplish those desires or fulfill those desires, or only able to fulfill them momentarily. It's brought a lot of suffering, dissatisfaction in my life. But when I changed my perspective to a grander perspective, when I see myself as a participant in life, as a torchbearer of life, then I see the importance of what I cultivate in the world, what I leave behind for the next generation. And that gets me really excited. Like, that gets me going and it gets me up in the day. That gets me really excited about life and what I can create in this limited time that I'm here. That's pretty much all I have to share with you guys today. I hope this was thought provoking for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Many blessings.